Hey, it's David Elder, and today on Texas Eats, we're traveling all across the Lone Star State, going to great restaurants you won't want to miss.
Get ready for huge cinnamon rolls and outstanding barbecue in Houston at a top-rated Texas monthly barbecue joint. Plus, we head to the south side of San Antonio for some delicious birria, al pastor, and strawberry-loaded horchata. And we get an inside look at the menu at this year's Valero Texas Open in San Antonio. All that and more right now on Texas Eats.
Our first stop on today's show is 2 hours outside of San Antonio at an award-winning barbecue joint in Eagle Pass. They're serving up great cuts, award-winning brisket, and fantastic ice-cold margaritas. Let's go see what's at the bar and what they're serving up at Choche's Barbecue and Bar.
Texas Monthly has named Choche's Barbecue one of the top spots in the state, and they recently placed as the reserve grand champion at the 2024 San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo Barbecue Competition.
You want to come and eat some great food, come to Choche's Barbecue. I just had some ribs, some brisket. Some of the best in the state of Texas is right here in the city of Eagle Pass.
Joining us now is the owner and pitmaster out here at the restaurant, Jorge Flores II, aka Choche.
Yes.
Where did the name come from, Choche?
Actually, my dad nicknamed me the day I was born. I still got the masking tape. It says, my name is Jorge Flores II, but soon my friends will call me Choche.
I got to meet your dad out by the pit.
Yeah.
Your mom's back here. Patricia's working the line. She's doing all the side items, her potato salad. Everybody's raving about her potato salad. So we're gonna start right here, the award-winning ribs in the front. Talk to me a little bit, though, about how you get it to this point.
It's our rub and it's our sauce works well, and we take it right to the point of almost over, but not over. And it's just how I enjoy this rib, you know.
Oh my goodness, give me some elbow, bro. Bam! Super tender, beautiful flavor. Y'all have an incredible brisket. And you got all this juice, you're pouring it back on top.
When I wrap, I do use beef tallow. We make it, gallons of it daily.
Cheers to you. The marbled brisket. Woo! Give me some love, bro. Bang, give me some elbow. Bang! This flavor is insane. It's just packed full of savory, unctuous, fatty flavor. Right next to it, turkey. I'm seeing seasoning on the inside of that as well.
What I do is I season both sides and then you bend it over. That's why you get that seasoning on the inside.
You have chicken. Now, this is smoked chicken. You're putting sauce on top.
I'm playing football in Mexico, and we used to always go to this restaurant. No longer exists, but that's how they sold their chicken. And it's just something that throughout my life, I loved it. It was the green aguacate.
The chicken, the aguacate sauce on the outside. That sauce is so creamy. It's packed full of lime, like you're saying. It has a really nice flavor to it. Mama's potato salad.
It's almost as hard to get that as it is to get our brisket.
Cheers. I think you could finish a whole gallon. I could finish a gallon of that myself. Right next to it, mac and cheese with Ruffles chips on top.
Everybody has their own little spin on their mac and cheese. I love roofless chips. I grew up with them. And to me, you know, the mac is light, but that saltiness on the chip, the texture.
Yeah. Cheers.
Salud.
And I'm never calling Ruffles Ruffles. I'm calling them roofless from now on, dude.
And after you're done grabbing a bite at Choche's, don't forget to stop at the Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino and Hotel for the 57 South Music Fest, happening April 5th through the 7th.
We are super excited to have this event in Eagle Pass. It's going to be 3 days of some of the greatest artists right now in the United States.
Choche, thank you so much for having us out here, man.
Thank you, man.
Great job. Don't forget, when you're out here on the weekends, the key lime pie, you got to grab some of that dessert. The Dino beef ribs, the Texas Twinkies. You guys got to come out here, Choche's Barbecue and Bar in Eagle Pass. I'm going to keep eating. I'm going to keep drinking. Enjoy it. Cheers.
Thank you.
In that sauce. Look at that. Today on Taste of Texas with Shiner Bock Beer, we're at the Buckhorn Museum in downtown San Antonio. This place has Shiner beer cheese, which you had to check out on these loaded fries with bacon, jalapenos, and sour cream on top. Absolutely delicious. They also have a huge burger on the menu. You got to make sure you grab this guy, double patty, double cheese. They also have loaded chicken fajita quesadillas. That burger was where it's at. And if you feel like a salad, they got a great salad on the menu as well. I washed it all down with an ice cold Shiner beer. Then, I had to walk around. They also have Shiner on draft out there. You can play some games, go enjoy yourself. Go check them out, the Buckhorn in downtown San Antonio.
Now, we're in Houston to pay a visit to a downtown spot that's serving up some savory barbecue and a giant house-made cinnamon roll.
I'm gonna go caveman style.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna join you on that because I feel like, I feel like I'm dishonoring the cinnamon roll by just not going in.
Let's see what's smoking up at J Bar M Barbecue.
Joining us now is the pit master out here at the restaurant, Alec Varnell. Thank you so much for having us.
Man, thanks for being here.
So we got a brief tour in the back. You had some briskets in the pit. The smell, everything set up back there. I mean, you know what you're doing. So what makes your barbecue stand out from other places here in Texas?
We stay true to like the craft style of Texas barbecue. When you look at this board, you're seeing not just barbecue, but you're seeing like Houston flavors, where we have brisket enchiladas and tacos and some brisket boudin.
Cheers to you.
Cheers.
That's the bite. Joining us now is Rafi Ferrara. He is the general manager out here at the restaurant. I want to talk about what's going on in the front.
The Texas size cinnamon roll.
Who came up with this? And this is a monstrosity of a cinnamon roll.
Our kitchen manager, Chewy, is always involved with some of those things as well. But his wife, Sylvia, is the pastry chef master. There we go, buddy. Cheers.
Cheers. Right here in the front, reason for the season. You got to have Texas brisket at a Texas barbecue joint.
It starts with obviously the protein. So Alec and the guys made sure we get in with Creekstone. Creekstone is one of those that you don't want to be the guy that's missing out on some of the phenomenal product that they've got. Plus, when they do the seasoning outside the bark, that's where the flavor comes from, the juices and everything as well. So they start with the bark, work your way in, and done.
That's an incredible bite. In the back, pork ribs. These look like they also have a nice bark on the outside. And you can see the rendered fat. You have everything set up appropriately where it's going to be holding on to the bone. But check this out. Slides right off.
Yeah.
You also have different kinds of sausages made in-house.
In-house as well, from scratch.
And you're making a brisket boudin sauce. It looks incredible. Cheers to you.
Yeah, buddy.
The brisket boudin. Y'all are not missing. In the front, turkey. Now, I feel like poultry is always something that's underrated at a barbecue joint.
Yes.
And you guys look like you're doing a phenomenal job. It looks so juicy. All right, roll it up.
Cheers.
Here we go. Take the bite. Give me some foot.
Tender.
Bam! There you go. Pulled pork. Even got some sauce on top of this one.
That's the one that, especially my favorite as well. Usually put it with a good sandwich, mix it in with some of the sides as well. I think you're gonna like this one a lot, especially with the mustard-based sauce.
Cheers.
Cheers.
At this point, I don't think there's anything you guys can't do. What makes you guys really stand out as well, Tex-Mex.
That is a big owner favorite. He wanted to do something where the plate cost was a little less expensive, but he didn't want to lose the barbecue element for it as well.
Cheers. This is a huge enchilada.
So we've got the brisket inside of this one. We got cheese with a pico on top as well. So they put it in the salamander to get a good sear on it as well, just to make sure they get the cheese melted the proper way.
There you go. Cheers.
Cheers.
The brisket loaded enchiladas. It's like Tex-Mex, Italian, barbecue. You're getting hit with like everything on that.
Elements, yeah.
You guys, J Bar M in Houston, centrally located. It's a perfect spot to bring the whole family. You guys have so much room in the back, live music. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Coming up later on Texas Eats, we head to the south side of San Antonio for some delicious birria, al pastor, and strawberry-loaded horchata. And next on the show, we get an inside look at the menu at this year's Valero Texas Open in San Antonio. So don't go anywhere. Texas Eats will be right back after the break. Welcome back to Texas Eats. The oldest running professional golf tournament in Texas, the Valero Texas Open, is celebrating its 102nd year this April from the 4th to the 7th. Tournament proceeds go back to support local charities, including proceeds from all the great food at the concession stands.
Joining us now is the chef out here with Spectrum Catering, William Gilcrease. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Spectrum Catering is the team responsible for delivering all the delicious bites at the Valero Texas Open, and you delivered today, my friend. We have pizzas, you have sandwiches, you have bowls loaded up, tacos, and of course barbecue, because it's Texas, baby. You gotta have brisket out there.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about the development of this menu. What was the idea behind it?
So it was just something that's very Texas forward, especially the Valero being in Texas. Something that's very grab and go and very friendly for all ages.
Right in front of us in the very front on the board, you have two different kinds of pizzas. I see one looks a little more traditional margarita, but this barbecue pizza looks over the top. Talk to me about the process of preparing that.
So this is our slow smoked brisket. So we slow smoke it 18 hours overnight with some post oak and hickory wood. Then it's got some shredded cheddar and mozzarella cheeses. It's finished off with some fresh cilantro.
And I see barbecue sauce hiding in there too, right?
Indeed. So there is a house-made wicked barbecue sauce we put on that as well.
Cheers, chef. Cheers. The barbecue pizza, that's the bite. Oh, yeah. Look at the dough. It's so perfect. You have nice little pockets in there, a little bit crusty on the bottom, nice little bite to it, and it's a great vehicle for all that flavor. Brisket is super tender, and that little bit of sweet from the barbecue sauce, you gotta have that little bit of cilantro on there, right? The little aromatic on there.
Gives it a certain freshness.
Yeah, it adds that little bit of freshness to it. Tell you what, you're hungry, you want barbecue, this is a fun interpretation of what you can do with it, and it's awesome. Tacos. We're taking the barbecue again to another little realm, another place, right?
Absolutely.
So you have brisket tacos. Talk to me about those.
So this is our same smoked brisket. Then we have some fresh shredded cheese, and then we got some fresh pico de gallo with a little bit of fresh cilantro in there as well.
Fresh, fresh, fresh. That's what I'm hearing, man.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about, right?
Yep. We also make these tortillas here at the golf course. You walk into this concession stand, you can smell the flour tortillas.
I'm sold, baby. I'm just gonna be hanging out by those. Cheers. The acidity from the pico de gallo, it cuts through the fat that you have on the brisket. You get a really nice bite.
The tortilla makes a difference.
It totally does. Right in the middle, you have this beautiful looking bowl, and this thing is loaded up. There's like fries on the bottom, right?
So it can come with fries or more tortilla chips on the bottom. It essentially becomes kind of like a nacho bowl, but we call them Baja bowls. So it's got grilled chicken on top. It also has your fresh. You got your fresh cheddar cheese, fresh pico de gallo. We actually have a fresh made sauce on this one as well as the fresh made guac.
I'm being a gentleman right now, but if I was to order this, I would be just like breaking the bowl apart and just like getting a bite like a chip. Oh, there you go.
I think I might have it. I want to get in there.
Yeah, you're going in there. I like it. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Come on. Give me some love. Bam. That's the one to get.
We have a black Angus burger over here, and then you have your typical lettuce, your tomato. We do keep the onion off, and you do have a fresh vinegar pickle. On this one, we have American cheese. With the Martin roll, it's hard to beat a nice, fluffy, sweet potato roll. The chicken sandwich, that's a 6-ounce chicken breast, fried. We got our tomato, lettuce, and we got the pickles on there as well. And it comes with a boom boom sauce. It's a honey mustard sauce that was developed here.
Chef, thank you so much for showing us all the different delights that you can get when you're out here at the Valero Texas Open. April 4th through the 7th, you guys got to make sure you're checking out the Valero Texas Open. Get your tickets now. This is where it's at. I mean, you come out here, you get the food, you get the bites, you enjoy yourself, and I tell you what, you're going to be torn. You're going to have to buy everything. You got to try it all.
Absolutely.
This food is a hole-in-one.
Coming up next on Texas Eats, we head to the south side of San Antonio for some delicious birria, al pastor, and strawberry loaded horchata. So don't go anywhere. Texas Eats will be right back after the break.
Joining us now is General Manager Casey Ogletree out here at Jordan Ford. Casey, it's truck month. You guys are just knocking out the deals out here, and we have another truck right behind us. So what's going on with this one?
Okay, 23 F-150. This is so rare. It hadn't happened in 4 years. Now you can get 1.9 for 72 months on all trim levels.
All trim
excluding
levels?
limited and trimmer. But the rest of them, are wide open.
This is a great deal.
It is.
And this is a beautiful truck right here. So you guys have to come out here to Jordan Ford, walk the lot to get more information on all the trucks during Truck Month. And of course, you can head to their website, www.jordanford.com.
Welcome back to Texas Eats. Now, we're just south of 410 in San Antonio to pay visit to Juan Aguilar at his food truck spot where he's offering up amazing birria, mini tacos, and thirst-quenching aguas frescas. Let's check out Taquitos El Jefe.
Thank you so much, Denise. I appreciate it. You guys, Taquitos El Jefe, when you come out here, you have to get the horchata. This is the drink you have to save room for, and it is huge. Now, Juan, right behind us, you got all kinds of delicious food, and you got some more drinks out here, but I want to start with the one right here in the front, birria tacos.
Quesadillas, yes.
And you've had these since they were popping, since they became really popular in 2019, 2020, going into that time period, and you guys have been known for this product.
We make them in flour and corn as well.
But you have the consomme on the side. Go ahead and dunk yours in there. Yo, these things are cheesy. Check out the dunk. Woo! That's the bite. Oh, give me some elbow. Bam! Give me some foot. Bam! Absolutely delicious. I'm gonna go in for one more bite. Ready? Al Pastor tacos. Now, in the logo is the trompo. That's what you're known for. Talk to me about some of the seasoning. What makes it unique and what makes yours special?
On the seasoning, we would have to keep it a secret. Everything's made in house.
You gotta have some secrets,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So you have your al pastor. You're gonna put the red salsa on there. The al pastor is fresh off the trompo. Cheers. That's the bite. That is amazing. You don't even need the salsas on these. It's so flavorful. If you love al pastor, that's the one you gotta try. Huge chicken quesadillas out here. Flour tortillas right there on the flat top. What kind of cheese y'all using?
It'll be Monterey.
Oh,
Jack
Monterey?
cheese
Nice.
with
All right.
pollo asado chicken.
Oh, pollo asado chicken.
Yes, sir.
So you have a pollo asado truck.
Yes.
So you're bringing that chicken over here and you
Making
put it in
quesadillas.
the quesadilla.
Yeah.
That sounds like a secret menu item or something like that. You gotta
Definitely.
know to get that. The huge chicken quesadillas. That's the bite. It's smoky. You got that. Look at that. You just got a piece of the chicken skin. Oh yeah, look how big the chicken chunk. If you're extra hungry, you're feeling like a quesadilla, and they got chicken, that's the way to do it. You have the ceviche. I have a thing called the big taco, and this thing is basically like a little bit of everything you got on the menu, and you're throwing it into one taco, right?
We have beef fajita, shrimp, avocado, served with tomato salsa and tomatillo salsa.
And I don't know where you got these limes from, but I need to know what tree this is. Look at that, loaded up on
Loaded.
top. There we go. Now with your ceviche, talk to me about this. What makes it special? What goes inside?
We have your pico de gallo mix, shrimp and fish mix. With a little bit of salsa valentina.
And then you have like your tostada shells.
tostadas.
Yes, you're gonna go in for that. I'm going in for this. Look at that, ceviche on there as well. I couldn't pass it up. You also have aguas frescas out here and the horchata, but like I was saying earlier, I dream about this one. It's super creamy. You have so much flavor in there, so much texture. And on the outside, you have that candy, the mazapan, right? And then you have the strawberries on top. Come on out here, Taquitos El Jefe, 11725 Palo Alto Road. And of course, there's other trucks that are out here as well. We're gonna be featuring them. You guys gotta check them out, a dessert truck and a pollos asados truck. Cheers to you.
Cheers.
Maine, this is where it's at.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Texas Eats coming up right after the break.
Hungry for more Texas Eats? Be the first to check out our exclusive content by searching Texas Eats on YouTube. Plus, get notifications when we upload new content by subscribing to our channel. We're showcasing the best bites from across the Lone Star State, including burgers, pizza, barbecue, and tacos. Search for Texas Eats, subscribe to our channel, and watch Texas Eats anytime on YouTube.
Hey, it's David Elder, and today on Texas Eats, we're celebrating 75 years of Kilbasa sausage in San Antonio by going to the plant, sharing some great recipes, and learning all about the family. Get ready for a tour through the Kilbasa production plant with CEO Michael Kilbasa. Plus, we shared 2 delicious recipes at the Texas Eats Outdoor Kitchen using Kilbasa sausage you won't want to miss. All that and more right now on Texas Eats. In October of 1949, Rufus and Juanita Kilbasa began to offer handcrafted Polish sausages to the southwest side of San Antonio. Sadly, in 1960, Rufus Kilbasa passed away. Following the death of his father, Robert Kilbasa took the reins and made the business a household name in San Antonio. From 1987 to 2005, Robert's son Michael Kilbasa gained a passion for the meat industry as a sales representative and developed a distribution deal with a few select H-E-Bs across San Antonio. By 2014, Kilbasa sausages became available to consumers across the South through multiple grocery partners and distributors. In 2021, Robert Bobby Kilbasa passed away peacefully with his family by his side. Since then, Michael has guided the company, and now in 2024, Kilbasa products can be found across the globe.
Joining us right now is Michael Kilbasa. He's the CEO of Kilbasa Sausage. Thank you so much for having us.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I'm thrilled to be here.
We're at the Texas Eats Outdoor Kitchen, and I tell you what, we got the sausages going on the grill. You brought the goods with you. We have a traditional kind, and you have your beef right here behind it as well.
That's right.
Charcoal's ripping, and it is a beautiful day out here. And I tell you what, there's no better time to grill outside when the weather's like this.
All we need is a cold beer.
We might have a couple of those lying around somewhere. One of the most fascinating things I find about the company and the product is that the name of the company.
Yes.
It is the family name.
Yeah. It's really something I get asked all the time.
Yeah.
And kielbasa is the Polish word for sausage. And so I guess back in the old country, we were butchers of some sort, and we just made sausage. It's a great way to start a conversation because they look at me and they go, "Are you kidding me? This is your last name and this is what you do?"
75 years.
75 years, yeah.
Congratulations, it's your 75th anniversary this year.
Yep, it's humbling. 75 years is a long time. Our grandfather started the company in 1949. He actually died before I was born. He died when he was 45 years old of a brain tumor, and my dad had to leave St. Mary's University, where he was a senior in college, to run the family company. My father, when he took over the business, people would come in and ask him for a donation, and literally, I never saw my dad turn anyone away for a donation. We've memorialized that. We call it a program we call Bobby's Legacy. You call us up and you're having some sort of fundraising event, and we're going to donate a third of whatever you need. And we do that to honor my father and my grandfather for what they did. We're not here for a long time, so we're here to just help each other out.
Oh, I think of him with a good time.
Yeah, well, that too. I think that was a song.
There's somewhere, somebody wrote a song about that. Later in the show, you guys got to stick around. We're going to be doing a simple puff pastry recipe, and we're going to do it 2 ways. Plus, we're going to be going to the factory, the facility, the plant, and we're going to see how everything's made. We're going to see how the sausage is made.
That's awesome. Hold on just 1 second. We got a little gift for you, buddy.
Oh, let's go!
Look at that. Look at that right there.
All right, so you got the hat.
You're part of the Grill Master Club now.
What? I didn't even grill today. You grilled. All right, and I got a shirt, too.
And you got a shirt.
Cheers to you.
Cheers, buddy.
This is where it's at. Bam. Come on. That's delicious.
Never get tired of it.
I was going to say, you probably have a lot.
I eat it every day.
Hop into Circle K and stay up with the energy of spring with Monster energy drinks that you can get right now for a limited time, 2 for $5 or 3 for $7. And check it out, there's a bunch of different sizes and flavors. They also have the juice ones that aren't carbonated as well. So lots of different options. So check this one out. You can get different juice flavors. This is Mango Loco. Try this out. Gosh, that's good. Pop into Circle K, America's Thirst Stop, and make sure you grab 2 Monsters for a limited time, 2 for $5 or 3 for $7. This is a great deal. I gotta go pay for this now. Now we're here west of downtown San Antonio to go on a tour of the plant where they're making all the sausages here for Kilbasa. Michael's ready for us. We got to put our hard hats on. Let's go check it out. Now we're here at the threshold of the plant. And Michael, now you got a hard hat in your hand. Is that something that I need to wear as well?
We're gonna get a hairnet on you, which is gonna make you look really good.
Okay.
And then put a hard hat and make sure you don't get too cold. We'll give you a coat to wear. Place where my grandfather started and really where, you know, we spent most of our history is over on South Brazos Street. This is what we call our San Marcos Street plant, which we've had since 2016. Part of this plant goes back to the 1940s. In fact, I can remember as a kid driving to the Brazos Street plant with my dad and looking down San Marcos Street, and this was the old Cudahy pork packing plant. And so this is where really the hub of meat packing was back in the day in San Antonio. We've done a lot of renovation to it in the last 5 years to help kind of make it what it is today.
So as we were walking in, there's a big sign right here, and this says your core values up here. What does that mean to you to have this presented like this for your team?
This is really why we exist as a company. And so many times, people don't know why they go to work or why they work for somebody. This is why we work. We work to enrich lives. We put this up in Spanish, we put it up in English. We want everyone to know exactly why we exist. And when people understand why they are doing what they're doing, they do it with all their heart, not just with their head. And that's what makes a difference. Right in here is one of my favorite rooms because it smells so good. But this is where we make all of the spices for all of our products. And each bag is for one batch of sausage. So you can see, we make a lot of batches of sausage every day.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. These are the same size bags that my dad and my grandfather used. I mean, you talk about things that don't change.
Yeah.
You can't make this stuff up.
Everything is built out to the exact point, right?
That's
point
right.
of the gram that you have here set up. So all of the different things that you have, this is a science.
You really bring up a great point because it is a science, and making food is a science. So this is our sausage kitchen. This is literally where the sausage gets made. It's a pretty simple process when you get down to it. We take raw meat, we mix it with spices, we chop it and grind it and stuff it into casings, smoke it the old-fashioned way with natural smoke, and then we pack it and ship it. It's pretty simple. Here's the 150-pound bull chopper that we use. That is exactly the same size bull chopper that my grandfather and my dad used.
Michael, thank you so much, man. You are so awesome. So we're super excited. When we come back from the break, we're going to be going out with Marcos. He's going to be showing us the ins and outs of how this sausage actually gets produced, right?
Absolutely. He is a fantastic guy. He's been with us for about 10 years. And he knows his process better than I do.
So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned right here on Texas Eats. We got a lot more sausage to cover out here, and I'm getting hungry, man. So we got more recipes coming up later in the show as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Coming up later on Texas Eats, Michael Kilbasa shares 2 delicious recipes that you're going to want to make at home. And next on the show, we continue our tour at the Kilbasa plant in San Antonio. So don't go anywhere. Texas Eats will be right back after the break.
Welcome back to Texas Eats. Now we're here at the Kilbasa plant in San Antonio. Earlier, Michael Kilbasa walked us through, gave us a brief history about the space. Joining us today is Rolando Salinas. He's the Quality Assurance Manager here at the plant. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Man, I'm super excited.
I am
because
too.
We got like a brief tour, an overview of the space. Now we're gonna go with you. You know the ins and outs. You know how it gets made, the steps. What's the first thing to make the sausage?
The first thing we do is we start putting together the spices. So what we do is every day they'll have the spice blend made by hand, the same way it's been done for the past 75 years. They're in here, they're weighing out specifically each spice one by one. Each of these bags matches up to a block of meat. So every time we make a block of meat, it's 150 pounds. Each one of these bags matches up with one of those bags as well.
What's the next step?
The next step is they bring all this over and we'll take them right over to the kitchen.
All right, Marcos, now we're in the kitchen. The seasoning's here.
Yes, sir.
Where does it go from here?
What he's gonna do is he's gonna grab each one of these bags and match it up to a 150-pound block of meat.
Is this like a first initial grinding process?
Yes. So what he's doing is he's adding all the lean meats, making kind of like a soupy substance almost to create a bind. Then he's gonna add the fat to kind of bring everything together.
It goes up this way, down into this trough kind of deal.
Right.
And that's where it goes right here into a stuffer.
Goes into the stuffer.
You can see the meat coming out of that grinder up here. It's going into this funnel, and then it's coming out, and it's being reduced into this tiny tube.
Right.
Where you're putting a natural casing on there.
Natural hog casing. We're one of the only ones that still do it with the natural hog casing. Between our shifts and our 2 plants, we're putting out about 90,000 pounds of sausage a day.
Now you're going to show us where it gets smoked,
yes,
right?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right, let's go do it.
All right, David, now it's time to go inside the smokehouse.
What a grand entrance. Let's go. What kind of smoke are y'all using? What kind of wood are you guys using?
All of our products use natural hickory wood chips. We have them stored right in the room next door. We can take a look at those. Everything's cooked to 160 degrees. It takes about 3 hours for the smoking and the cook cycle. Then we get that real rich smoke flavor, that nice red color that we want in all of our products.
Once it's done, what's the next step?
Well, the next step is we have to chill them before we can actually pack them. So we have to move them from this room over to our blast chill right across the hall.
All right, let's go check it out. All right, so I can feel it right behind us. This room is where things get cold, right?
Yes, no, this is definitely freezing in here. So what we do is we move the hot product over into this room. We usually keep this room about 20 to 24 degrees.
Yeah.
Try and get everything down to a good temperature so we can pack it.
So the sausages are chilling out in there. Once they're fully cold, they got to get packed, right?
Yes, sir.
And you have a packing room right over here.
Right across the hall. Let's go.
From the plant to your refrigerator, this is where it happens. This is the magic part because it's getting packaged in here. What's the first step to package it?
So what he's doing is he's cutting onto this conveyor belt into the hopper where we'll have usually 4 people on either side packing into the film. As it moves along, it gets vacuum sealed, labels put on, used by dates, lot codes, runs through a metal detector all the way down at the end of the line where it'll be put into cases, palletized, and shipped out.
You guys don't go anywhere. Coming up next, right after this, we're gonna make 2 delicious recipes using puff pastries at the Texas Eats Outdoor Kitchen. So don't go anywhere. It smells delicious in here.
Yes, it does.
Can I take some to go home?
Of course, why not?
Here, I'll grab that whole handful right there.
Yeah, just take a whole thing.
Coming up next on Texas Eats, Michael Kilbasa shares 2 delicious sausage wrap recipes that you're gonna wanna make at home. So don't go anywhere. Texas Eats will be right back after the break.
Now we're here at Jordan Ford, and joining us today is General Manager Casey Ogletree. Casey, it is truck month, and you guys have a great deal on this Super Duty F-250, right?
We do. We're a big Super Duty dealer. We have lots in stock, all STX, XLT, and Lariat trims. They're $6,000 off MSRP for truck month. It's unbelievable. We haven't had this in 4 years.
$6,000 off. Oh my goodness. I tell you what, this is a truck.
It is a truck.
I mean, this is like the big boy truck. You go driving around, you're going to do something crazy with it. The Super Duties, you come on out here to Jordan Ford, and to get more information on all the deals, just go to their website, Jordan Ford. back to Texas Eats. We are here at the outdoor kitchen, and joining us is Michael Kilbasa. Now, earlier we were cooking sausage wraps. We learned about the company and how you guys give back and everything you're doing, and especially it's your 75th anniversary, so we're throwing a big party out here on Texas Eats. That's right. You have to party. It's 75 years.
That's right.
We're going to be sharing a recipe for people to do at home. It's two very simple puff pastry recipes, and these are actually close to things that you said your grandmother would make, right?
She grew, yeah, when I was growing up, she'd make these things called sausage rolls. And this is very close to what her sausage rolls were, which were a huge hit in the family.
Now, these are also inspired by a follower on social media, so thank you so much for your contributions to this recipe. We have two different sheets out here, so we have two different recipes, both very easy and delicious. We're gonna start with mustard on the bottom, and these are puff pastries. Now, you can find these in your frozen food sections over there.
There we go.
And then you wanna thaw them out, and I'm gonna hand you this over. You're gonna do the other sheet, okay? Here you go.
I love being part of the action.
There you go. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. You've been a part of this company from all the different facets of it, right?
I've been making sausage, I've been packing sausage, I can do it all.
What's the first thing you do to get this side ready with the jalapenos?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut these in 1/2-inch rounds.
After spreading the mustard on the thawed out puff pastry dough, you want to cut the puff pastry in half and then into sections so that you can roll them up into individual pieces.
And I love that, like, see how the two of us are doing this? You can get the kids involved on this recipe. You can get the whole family involved over here. So everybody has a part in making this delicious snack.
Once you have all your sausage links and jalapenos wrapped up in the puff pastry dough, you want to put them on parchment paper on a cooking sheet. Brush the tops of each piece with egg wash to get a golden brown exterior, and generously pour over everything bagel seasoning.
These look beautiful. We're gonna get them golden brown in the grill over here. Let's set them up. There you go.
All right.
We're gonna check on these in about 5 minutes. Turn that down just a little bit. And we got another one to make. This next puff pastry recipe, very simple as well, and a little different, right? And you're using a different sausage link here. This is your traditional.
That's exactly right. And it's a new name, same product. If you've loved our Polish for 50 or 75 years, you're gonna love this because it's the exact same product.
All right, the first thing we do for this recipe, we have the mustard on the bottom.
Right.
We have the puff pastry, cut it in half. I'm gonna put some sauerkraut here on the bottom.
Really, I mean, when you think about sausage, classic sausage recipes, sausage and sauerkraut, it just doesn't get any better than that.
Now we come this way and roll it that way?
Yes, just roll it that way. Yep.
Okay. And then I think that's looking pretty good.
Once the sausages are rolled up in the puff pastry dough, you're going to want to cut them into 1/2-inch sections and then put egg wash on top for a golden brown exterior.
Let's put bagel seasoning on one.
Yep.
All right, these are ready to go on the grill. The other ones are getting perfect over there, nice and golden brown. Those are looking great. We're going to close it up and get ready to snack soon. I am so glad that we get to dive into these pastry treats. We have some cheese sauce on the side. You can get any kind of dipping sauce that you want to add to this. This recipe was so easy. It's on our website, TexasEatsTV.com. And now these products that are in front of us are not the only products that you have at Kilbasa, though, right?
Right, we sell a whole variety of smoked sausage. We've got jalapenos, we've got mesquite, we've got andouille, you name it, we've got a whole bunch out there. Just go to your local grocery store and find some.
People want to get merch. They can also buy merch somewhere too, right?
That's right. They can come down to our company store on the west side of San Antonio, 1325 South Brazos, and they can buy hats, they can buy shirts, they can buy, I think we got a hoodie.
What a fun episode. 75 years in celebration of that. We made this recipe, we went to the facility, we learned more about your company as well, and now we get to dive in and eat something. Cheers to you.
Cheers, buddy.
Bam. This is where it's at. Kilbasa sausage is delicious. Thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching today's episode of Texas Eats. And to get more information and a map on all the restaurants that you've seen on today's show, just go to our website, TexasEatsTV.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Texas Eats TV. And don't forget to join us every Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning and 11 o'clock at night right here on KSAT 12, because this is how Texas eats. Hungry for more Texas Eats? Be the first to check out our exclusive content by searching Texas Eats on YouTube. Plus, get notifications when we upload new content by subscribing to our channel. And watch Texas Eats anytime on YouTube.